Hello my dears, and welcome back to the character reviews. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing a character from the Transformers Prime series named Knockout. Now for those of you who are hardcore fans of the Transformers Prime series, you know that Knockout is the arrogant, vain, prideful, and sometimes airheaded and sometimes cowardly medic of the Decepticons. He has a partner named Breakdown, who is also on my list of available characters to review. And honestly, I love him. I find him to be a breath of fresh air, and I honestly love his arrogance because he's not like Starscream or Megatron. Megatron being the feared arrogance and Starscream being the intellectual. Knockout brings a different kind of arrogance, and his is definitely the kind that's easily used as comedic relief. He was introduced later into the series. I forget which episode exactly. But when he first arrives, it's immediately obvious he's not the most popular Decepticon because he's a driver. He has a terrestrial form instead of an aerial. And that immediately made me like him better. I liked his sense of individuality, and then hearing him say what he said, which is basically, I like the way I look in tires, or something like that. He was immediately one of my favorites. And then throughout the series, we see him routinely changing sides to, protect his finish. It seems to be the most important thing in his life is his finish, which is where the vanity comes from. And on more than one occasion, it's used against him in not exactly, punishment that is used by Starscream, but as I said, comedic relief, you know. And then he just has that witty sense of humor and sarcasm, and that I personally enjoy. But he also proves more often than not that he is a Decepticon through and through. He has that sadism, he has that darkness, he has that deception that all Decepticons seem to possess. I think my favorite episode that features him is when Starscream and Megatron do the Mind Link, the cortical psychic patch, and Knockout is monitoring the whole thing, you know, because they can see on the monitor what's seen inside Starscream's head. And Megatron's going through Starscream's memories, and Knockout's like, oh, scrap. Because Megatron gets to the point where Starscream makes Knockout his second in command. And Knockout freaks out. It's like, is there a fast forward button on this? Or better yet, or delete? He's just like, I am screwed. And then later in the same episode, Dreadwing comes in and finds out that Starscream had resurrected his twin brother. And Megatron says, you best keep that to yourself, not knowing that Dreadwing is watching with Knockout. Knockout looks at the monitor, looks at Dreadwing, looks at the monitor, says, awkward. By far my favorite episode of the series, or one of my favorite episodes of the series, but by far my favorite Knockout episode. There's really nothing bad I can say about this character. I mean, yeah, he does screw up a lot of my favorite characters. But the way he goes about doing it, and the way he just carries himself, and he's like, I'm so much better than you. And I know I'm sexier than you, frankly. I just find him very endearing and entertaining. So, yeah, I mean, it's not as long as my other videos, but there's really nothing else I can say about this character other than he's freaking awesome and frankly relatable for me. We share a lot of the same qualities, so that's probably why I like him so much. Anyways, This character was suggested by Roxy. I'll leave the link to her profile down below as usual. And also as usual, the link for the character review list if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow when I review a character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. Bye!